Hello, healers and health seekers. It's me, Ichoda, and I am healing with medical medium information for 36 months now. It has officially been 3 years since I started this medical medium healing journey, and it has been an incredible 3 years. I have healed and am healing so many different diagnoses, symptoms, and conditions. Mast cell activation disorder, POTS, dysautonomia, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, hypothyroid, migraines, bursitis, arthritis, chronic pain, horrible, debilitating chronic pain, which I never thought I'd be free from, fibromyalgia, systemic exertion intolerance disorder, multiple chemical sensitivity, rosacea, eczema, acne, PTSD, depression, anxiety, and just so many other symptoms and conditions. I can't possibly keep them all in my head and name them all. And if you want to know more about my healing journey, what I've been healing from, the links to more information are in the description box below. Today, it's What's Up Wednesday, and today I'm here to do an update on my healing path, my healing journey, and what's been going on in my world. And I am going to do an upcoming video on symptoms and conditions that I've healed, and I'm going to talk more about that. But right now I don't have those notes in front of me, and I have a very limited amount of time to make this video, so I'm just going to talk about my journey this week and what I've been up to. So today is day 18 of the 28-day raw cleanse and raw food June, and I'm honestly fully amazed that I have been able to eat raw every single day. I just kind of follow sort of a pattern of eating. So every day I have my lemon water in the morning. A half hour after that I will have my 32 ounces of celery juice, which I will kind of sip down, and then a half hour after that I will have my watermelon blended with mint and lime, which is delicious and so yummy. And then after that I will have my heavy metal detox smoothie, and when I get to sort of a lunch, or I don't know if, I guess it's kind of a lunch or whatever, I'll have a salad or sometimes spinach soup. Sometimes I'll have more than one salad, and then I'll have usually like a smoothie and spinach soup for dinner, and if I had a spinach soup for lunch, often I'll have maybe a salad for dinner. I'll switch it up. And then I have, throughout the day, I will have honey lemon ginger water, and I'll be drinking that intermittently throughout whatever. So I'm plenty hydrated. I'm eating so many raw, living, hydrating foods, and I'm still not eating any fat, any overt fat or any salt, and keeping it all really clean. So that has been great. And honestly, I think the detox has been pretty intense. There's some really intense stuff going on in my world. In addition to us being in this place of transition, my mother is also in a place of transition, and my brothers and I are trying our best to support her through that transition and figure out with her what is the best course of action for her. And that adds a lot of emotion on everybody's parts, and just sort of interacting with my family again is bringing up some patterns from childhood that I thought were healed already. Honestly, I thought I had healed those. I thought they were done. I thought they were gone, and I did not expect to see any of them popping up their heads again, but here they are, and I have found myself trying to cope with those emotions that have been coming up and those patterns that have been coming up, and to just work with them and recognize them for what they are, which is an opportunity to heal these patterns and not be thrown into being triggered by them. I'm not gonna lie, I have been triggered by them, but I recognized it right away, which was good. When my youngest brother and I were talking, and he's basically like, calm down, there's nothing she can do about what she's doing, like, it's got to be with you. And I'm like, I know, and I do know, and like, I know This is just an opportunity for me to heal this, because this is something that's coming up for me. It's for me to heal. It's not for her to heal. So, yay! I get to work with more of my emotional stuff. But I did get out my emotion code kit, and I am going to do that today after I make this video. I have not been doing emotion code for myself since we have been in the RV, and I keep meaning to. Pendleton, his food is right next to the stand here. I keep meaning to do emotion code, and it's so tricky in the RV. It's been raining a lot, so it's not like I can't like go outside. Well, actually I can't really, because I use the pendulum to do the muscle testing for myself. I can't go outside because the breeze could blow the pendulum. It wouldn't work. I need a still environment, and it's just a small space. It's very hard to find sort of like a private space to do anything in. Whew. So, including make videos. I had to ask my husband to leave this morning. I was like, could you go do your Tai Chi, please, so I can make a video? I need you to go away. Anyway, so because, I don't know, it's just been like emotion after emotion, and just like a wave of just different emotions. And with a cleanse, generally in a sort of a normal state where there's not too much big stuff coming up, and around me, I know I would be feeling great on the cleanse right now, and I don't not feel great. Like, I think that being raw is really supporting me through being able to recognize these emotions and just be with them and do my work with them and heal them, rather than charging out into the world. But then I have been, because of that, tending to either have a great need to just talk it out and process in that way with people, or kind of cocoon up and be in a lot of quiet space with myself. And in this case, there's nothing wrong with that, because I'm not going into a depression and retreating and holding away in that way. I'm just taking quiet space with myself as much as I can. So probably there's a little escapism in there too. I like to escape into stand-up comedy, but kind of so I don't have to think about things. And I may have been doing that a little too much lately, kind of feeling a little bit directionless and lost, just not knowing what to do with myself. All things considered, I just think I'm doing the best I can, like I'm just handling things as well as I can. I am too, because I'm not, like I said, I'm not falling into any depression or anything like that. It's just a process, sort of processing through all these possibilities and all these emotions and what could happen, and trying to work through it all together. So that's what's going on in my world. And meanwhile, my husband's, doing job interviews, and he's got, I think I said this last time, he's got about 5 job opportunities lined up. So it's just a matter of going through the interview processes, which he's starting today, actually, like officially. So the first one's today, and then I don't know when the other 4 are going to be yet, or if the other 4 are going to be, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so he's starting that today, and yeah, there's just kind of been a lot of riding the wave. I guess it feels like the energy's been a little bit heavy, and so I have just been really calling in the angels. Like I said last week, and with my friend saying, call on the angel of purpose and the angel of knowledge and the angel of wisdom. I have been every single day since she said that, and I feel like that has also helped a lot. And I've been calling on the angel of light a lot more. Like in the morning, I wake up and I say, I work for God, I work for the light. I will also call on the angel of light and ask the angel of light to help me keep a light heart. Like, help me keep a light heart, light, light, light. So that's good. And hey, as you can see on this raw cleanse, my skin's been clearing up a little bit, and that is very exciting for me. It's interesting because when it starts to clear, I can see there's it's not clear. You could see that, but it actually is starting to clear up. But it's interesting that there's sort of a distinct line that it's like the mask of eczema. Like, it follows this very distinct line. And you can always see that. But holy moly. It's almost like, what does that mean? Anyway. All things considered, though, I do think that being raw has definitely helped me be processing these emotions and stuff. And my period just started 3 days ago, so I'm noticing I'm not really having any pain, but there's a little bit of pressure from like the bloating, of course. And my immune system is being diverted because 80% of the immune system goes to the reproductive cycle when you're on your period and also during ovulation. And so I'm definitely noticing that because I do notice a little bit of symptoms, like there's a tiny bit of tightness in my shoulders, just a tiny bit. And there's a tiny bit of like stuff going on with my teeth, which is my strep. And there's a tiny bit more mucus than usual. But everything's very minor and small, which is great. Oh, and when I lay down to go to sleep, there's like a tiny bit of pressure in my lower back. Like just a tiny bit in the areas that I used to have severe, debilitating, constant 24/7 pain. There's just this tiny bit of pressure. It's just this little bit of like, oh, it's slightly uncomfortable, but I'll still be able to fall asleep, no problem. And sleep through the night, no problem. So I like that. I like that I've come that far in my healing that it's like, oh, I know why this stuff is, I'm feeling these things right now is just because everything's diverted. And because of that, also, I am making sure to take all my supplements. And I love that I've just reached a level of comfort in this healing journey with the information and with knowing what to do. And if I'm not sure, I know where to look it up. Like, I have all 4 books in every format. I can look it up. And I know there's radio shows and blog posts and all this stuff, so I can look it up. And that has really just been such a gift. And I'm so appreciative of it. All right, so those of you who are doing the cleanse, who are doing any kind of cleanse right now, tell me what's coming up for you, or if everything's going smoothly, tell me that. I would love to hear it. I want to know about your journey and how things are. It's interesting in this journey, I was just thinking, it's interesting in this journey because I know that there is a tendency when doing a cleanse for emotions to come up to be healed, and so you could totally have, or I could totally have in any cleanse that I've done, childhood patterns coming up for me to heal and for me to look at and send love to. And I know that part of this is because here I am engaged with my family of origin on a much more consistent basis than I have been in the past several years. And because this is such a big change and a big time for everyone, definitely I'm seeing stuff coming up. But also through the healing journey, emotions do come up to be healed. And I do now just see it as an opportunity. Like, okay, this stuff's really coming up, so I get to look at this and breathe through it and recognize that this is something that needs healing. And what does it need from me? Like Matt Kahn would say, ask it what it needs. Like this emotion that's coming up, ask it what it needs from you. Like how may I serve you? What do you need from me? And sometimes it just needs to be seen and heard and acknowledged, and then it can be let go. And emotion code is a great way to do that for me, to let go, because I can look at stuff that's coming up really quickly and see it and feel it and then let it go. And then I give it a few days to integrate into my body, and so for a few days I might be sort of going through whatever that is. So this is a big opportunity for me, and honestly some of it does feel a little bit scary because I'm like, oh my gosh, these big opportunities probably are going to keep happening because I am really engaged with my family of origin, and that's always opportunities to heal past patterns, isn't it? And I'm doing this cleanse at the same time right now, and whew. And I'm thinking about, like, if I can manage it, going all summer, doing the whole summer raw. Because I've never done raw for that long, that consistently before. At least definitely not fat-free and salt-free. I mean, the salt is just so not a thing because I just don't need it in raw food. But not having the fat and not having the cooked foods, especially when I'm cooking for my family, because I've been making these delicious tacos for my son. cassava flour tacos. Siete Foods makes a cassava flour taco, and I'm not thrilled about all the ingredients. This is probably one of the most processed meals that he has eaten in a long time. But it's like his first tacos. He's never had tacos because we couldn't eat ever corn before too, and there's no corn in these. And so it's like a very sometimes treat kind of thing, but I make them with black beans and like black refried beans and lettuce and a homemade raw salsa that I do and a homemade cooked salsa that I do on top of that. And then I do coast cheese, the Miyoko's mozzarella on top of that, like I crumble it up, and they tell me it's delicious. It looks delicious. I'm so proud of it. When I make it, it looks like a work of art. I'm like, look at these tacos, they're beautiful. I wish I could taste them, but I'm not eating cooked foods right now. But I'm really happy to serve them to him because he's delighted to get like food that other people eat all the time and that he's never had before. And so it's just a joy, but I really want to taste them, and I'm making him that really delicious cauliflower. And so I haven't released some of the recipes that I've come up with lately. I'm trying to make a little collection because I'm going to try to do a little ebook, but all of these things take so much time and effort and energy and space, and I don't have a lot of any of those right now. So I really want to do an ebook. A lot of my friends have done really good ebooks, and I want to do one. So I'm kind of collecting some recipes to put in there, so I'll have some good yummy things. But then of course I'm gonna have to figure out a way to take good photos, and it's a process because my camera's messed up right now. Whew. So anyway, I'm figuring it out. Yeah, so that's my week this week. And like I said, tell me your week in the comments. Tell me any challenges or great news about things that you've discovered in the cleanse, like what's going well, what's a bit of a challenge. I always find it's worth it though. Like I'm cleansed in so many ways at the end of it, so it's definitely worth it. It's just getting to notice what we go through. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like below if you like it, and you can subscribe to my channel by hitting that subscribe button over there. You can ding the bell next to it if you want to be notified when I post new videos. I love you, my healers and health seekers. I appreciate your presence on this journey. Thank you for coming along with my healing journey. And hey, if you have anything you want me to do a video about, let me know. I will do my best. I'm obviously still have kind of a list of things that I want to make videos on, but some subjects take a little more research on my part, and then some I can just riff on, and if I can manage to make more than one video in a day, I'll totally do that, so that I'll have more to edit and put up later. But yeah, just let me know if there's any topics you think I should make a video on, like, hey, talk more about this, and I will definitely put it on my list and try to do it, because I'm always open to new topics and questions and answers and tips and tricks and stuff. And if I can figure out a way to film it, there's still some I'm working on that I haven't even finished. I filmed one video the other day when my camera blew up. It didn't blow up, but it just stopped working, and it went right to the SD card. And it was quite a long video about when people start seeing results, because I see that question all the time, and halfway through, it just ate the rest of that footage. So I've got like half of this video, and then it just cuts off right in the middle, and I'm like, how do I finish filming that? Because I'm trying to figure out, I don't remember what I said, because when I'm talking and riffing, I'm just coming from the heart, and I'm just coming from my experience, and so it's not like I have a script or I remember what the heck I went on about. So I don't know how to end or finish that video, but I have the first half of it edited. I'm like, maybe I'll just put it up like that and say, okay, this cut off. I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. Anyway, I love you. Blessings, so many blessings on your continued healing journey. Don't forget to stay curious, my healers and health seekers, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.